to have mostly potions and actually quite a few scrolls, maybe even a few wands.
Yeah, I do have a list of scrolls I'm interested in buying. Levitate, for instance, is very useful.
You'd guess they would have most utility spells of like 3 or below.
3 or below, right. They don't have Fireball, I imagine.
No. It's not
but they
described as utility.
But they could have Levitate, right?
Yes.
Alright. Resist energy?
Perhaps yes.
Excellent. These are spells we need.
Remember, I already have resist elements, but yeah. Resist energy, sorry.
Alright. Well, Levitate is a spell we need. Sooner or later. Yes, well, Zacharias will return to town slowly, sort of, Is the town, is there a huge wall around the town? Like, I see a wall in the picture, but is there a wall?
There is a wall. It's not really huge, it's standard. And the gates stand open, sort of. You'd guess it's a long time since it's been closed.
Okay.
Perhaps if an alarm were to be sound or something, they would actually close it.
Right. Yeah, Zacharias will make his way back to the Lord's Deliverance then.
Alright. It's been sort of a few hours as you've sold the merchandise and found an actual buyer for that. You have eaten your breakfast, you have parted the gold, and you've each gone sort of around doing your own thing for a little bit. Kash even managed to find the kennels, although they weren't really open for private business. She now knows where they are. She'll be much easier to find them next time she's going out there.
Next time, why would I go there again if they were not gonna sell me a dog?
You could steal
they
a dog.
might, but later, at a later time. What I'm saying is you found out where it is.
What?
You found the location of it.
Yeah, but you said they wouldn't sell me a dog.
Not right now, basically. Come back later.
When?
Tonight.
I thought I was gonna go there tonight.
Yes, but you hadn't said what else you would want to do, so I assumed you would have.
Oh, okay.
For that.
Okay.
And you sort of gather back at the Lord's Deliverance.
Well, Azureus would have been curious, though. I assume there was some form of religious establishment around the town.
Yes, there's a temple to Mithras.
Is that the only
small
religious place in
church?
town? Just a single small church?
Yeah, there's a small church.
Okay.
As Azureus looks at the small church, could we have a knowledge? Do we have knowledge architecture?
Let's have a look. Have I taken that knowledge yet? Not yet, unfortunately.
All right, then never mind.
That'll be next level.
As you back, Marcus has spent all his time, getting privately fitted a masterwork full plate.
Yeah. And he has gold to spare at the end.
I have a lot of gold.
You can edit your AC accordingly.
I plan on it.
I assume that you wear it.
Actually, I would ask if, in return for a lower price, I could barter my current breastplate, kind of just selling it to him. And
yeah,
then...
you can sell it to him.
Okay.
He's fine with that.
Because
good standard.
Yeah, because I don't know if blacksmiths want things, but oh well.
He'll remark that it seems to be standard from down south, and that it's really fine. He can understand that you wouldn't have the money to sort of pay outright for the plate.
Yeah, it is a masterwork breastplate, so.
Yeah, it seems to be very good standard.
There we go. Oh, nope.
All right.
Hooray!
Sure, return.
Does
Does this change? Of course, Marcus' disguise is now in a full plate, I assume.
Yeah.
of course, change this to any appearance you wished.
You can make it so you still look like you're wearing a breastplate even though you've got full plate on.
Yeah. No, he'll. Well, he's not actually going to be wearing his armor anymore. He was wearing his breastplate around, but a full plate is too awkward to wear around town.
Right.
So he will kind of carry it to his room and leave it there.
All right.
It would be kind of hard for someone to steal a full plate when I'm sitting right in the common room.
It's not really something you generally. It's not an easy thing to sell either.
Exactly. So I'm not worried about that. I will so basically be wearing kind of a fancy looking like tunic and pants with my sword at my waist still.
All right. You gather in. I suppose Cairen is still sitting here as people sort of begin drizzling into the establishment. It's sort of late, midday, about 5, 6 maybe. People are sort of beginning to enter the inn. And still not a lot. But it shouldn't be long before they begin sort of pouring in.
Cairen will look at the rest of the group expectantly. Apparently quite eager to hear whatever they found out, because he's getting quite impatient apparently.
Zacharias will gather the group around the table, order some drinks from the barkeep, and he will leave a gold coin with the barkeep and basically say, hey, keep a running tab, and after our stay is done, we can negotiate how much of that gold coin is left when it comes to food and drink for us.
Sure, barkeep will just say, will do. That's for the whole group, I assume?
Yes.
All
And
right.
if you need more, tell me.
Just nuts. That will basically give you, a little more than 100 mucks of ale.
There we go.
So,
Now, Zacharias will wait until the barkeep is, doing something else, maybe in the kitchen.
he's tending some other people. And
Yes.
such.
Zacharias will then lean into the group, take a look around so no one is listening, and then speak in
Doesn't seem so.
a low voice. We should be a bit careful if this place is to be filled up with soldiers. However, I think it is. I think it's a good idea to ingratiate ourselves with the soldiers a bit. Show them that we are friendly.
Of course.
Of course. I have been nothing but friendly. He
Good,
smiles.
good. I think we should be somewhat generous tonight when the soldiers come. Eager to hear stories of bravery and heroism from the Ballantine Wall, especially you, my lady, he nods to Kash, should perhaps employ a very interested tactic for these soldiers. Make them talk.
You want me to woo them?
Exactly.
No, just be frank.
Zacharias
Whatever is
shrugs.
necessary.
Have you found out anything interesting while in town?
What are you asking?
Everyone.
Kash just shrugs. No, not really.
One thing I've heard while I was looking around. You remember the man on the walls keep that was with the birds?
Yes.
Everyone in town refers to him as Mad Martin.
Mad Martin.
He never seems to leave the town. He's always there just with his named birds which he speaks to.
Interesting. Never leaves, you say.
Never leaves for anything but necessity.
Interesting. Very well. I myself heard a bit about the wizard that dwells there, Tacitus. Some people seem to be afraid of him. Some people say that he's just a wizard. He smiles. He does seem to have a penchant for evocation and fire, however, and has been seen seemingly shooting fireballs into the sky at night.
Well, that's one way to grab attention.
What a show off. Cash smiles.
He is a wizard.
I know.
Well, during my extensive information gathering, I have not really found out anything apart from a rumor that bugbears are gathering, which doesn't really help us, I think. The people here don't seem to be too worried about it.
Like, what is the collection of mugs in front of Cairen like?
Might be like 5 or 6, unless the innkeeper has already taken away some.
Yeah, he seems to be taking away. There's also now 2 barmaids. They're sort of needing to take care of people.
Zacharias looks at one of the barmaids. Well, perhaps some of our more charismatic people would also be interested in perhaps wooing one of the barmaids. They might have interesting information on the talk of the town. You never know. Zacharias
Cash-
glances at Azureus and Cairen at this point.
Cash nods to Azureus. Nudge, nudge.
I don't know if I'm up for wooing the barmaid.
Zacharias quirks an eyebrow and then looks over at Cairen.
Cairen seems quite discontent at the idea.
Cash looks at...
I guess I'm
You're not
I'm-
telling me that wooing a barmaid is beyond your abilities.
It certainly isn't, but I'm not a great fan of interacting more than I have to with these peasants around here. But I guess if it helps our mission,
Cash looks at Zacharias. Want me to handle the barmaid too?
Zacharias shoots Cash a look and shakes his head slowly and smiles.
I guess if necessity calls for it. Azureus does not seem happy with this.
The reason you're not asking Marcus is because he's a anti-paladin.
Does Cash say this out loud in the
No,
tavern?
No,
I believe Marcus does have an aura of evil. around
That's
him.
true. And an aura of cowardice. People feel frightened when I'm near them.
People feel frightened and sort
I
of.
wonder if I can turn that off, because
Can
that
you-
would be really
I
bad.
believe like a minor action every round you can suppress it.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
you
I think I can suppress it.
keep
As long as
suppressing
you
that?
constantly
please?
think about suppressing it, then I suppose.
Well, no, I asked.
I can technically hide his evil with undetectable
I mean,
alignment.
Yeah, and
Just
technically
imagine.
you guys even feel uneasy around me.
Well, aren't we your allies?
I don't know if it distinguishes.
all-
It
Wait,
does.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Pretty sure it does.
Does it? Alright, well, never mind.
You could just say everyone's your ally until they attack you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I asked Jonas as out of character.
Because otherwise, it would be kind of like it just cuts through the bar sort of low talk. Like, oh, it's an anti-paladin, isn't he? It's like
Well,
record
that was
scratch.
suddenly the entire inn is silent.
Yep, everyone is
It's
looking
just
at us.
That Jake wrote in the chat. And I was like, well, why didn't you ask Jake?
Well, Zacharias didn't ask Marcus because the good Sir Knight has, of course, his high knightly values that cannot be compromised. I wouldn't.
Oh, right.
I wouldn't.
Anti-knight values.
I wouldn't impound on his honor. Well, we're sitting in the middle of a bar room. I can't really say, oh yes, the anti-knight can take care of this because he has no morals or scruples.
I'm sure he'd have a great. I'm sure he'd have a great time wooing the barmaid.
No.
I'm sure.
He'll be
He
scared.
doesn't like people. He doesn't even like you guys especially much.
Oh, nice to meet you
Aww.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I like you all.
You
I
want
did not all of you.
you want
too. Yeah, we'll see if you keep saying you don't like us when we if we go into the fort and I cast undetectable alignment on everyone else.
Jake, do you want your friendship bracelet back?
Yes.
Fine. It's not like I made it because I wanted it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But it's so important to me.
While this is going on, Zacharias will sort of look around in the bar. Just ugh.
The bar is beginning to slowly fill up now. Sort of a little scene is cleared where you would assume some entertainment is going to take place a little later tonight. And the sort of nice smell of roasted sausage begins to sort of fill the room.
Oh, sausage.
Yes, clearly it's dinner time.
We should have a law that says we always have to be 1 square away from Marcus because he's creeping us out. Marcus,
you-
sorry, but you just creep me out.
Well, like even when it has its
On
festive
a
auras like
note,
that.
Yeah.
while we're at it, this group is a proof that charisma is not a dump stat.
I have to agree. The lowest is 15.
It's in fact wisdom.
Yeah.
How
Which
many
was
people have
proven.
wisdom at their dump?
Yes.
4 or 5.
4 out of
Well-
5 as a dumped wisdom.
Technically, Marcus also dumped Dex.
Yeah, but I have full plate, so I don't need that.
You say you don't.
So, Zacharias approaches the innkeeper. Or...
Yes. Zacharias smiles. Innkeeper. Well, yes, the my party will no doubt require dinner. Is there anything else I need to add for the gold coin, or are we fine for the dinner at least?
For now, it's fine.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Zacharias looks around. So yes, I I did some shopping around town earlier today, and your inn seems to be enjoying quite a good reputation, I must say.
That's why. Thank you. Yes, we are doing quite well here.
He looks around. It seems like a very fine establishment indeed.
But yes, it is.
They even told me that many of the soldiers frequent this place.
But yes, they come here after duty
Hmm.
to enjoy the nice taste of wine and the sharing of stories. Usually,
Oh, interesting. Zacharias nods to himself. I see. Well, do they all come here? Is there any other inn they frequent?
there is another drinking establishment, but this is the only true inn here.
Oh, of course. Well, nothing compares to this place, no doubt.
Smiles. Nothing that people really visit. That is.
Hmm.
Some people brew their own alcohol and drink it with their comrades in their own barns, but as for establishment, this is it.
Zacharias nods. I see. Well, I'm new to these parts, but I take it then that many of the soldiers actually live in the fort.
Yes, they live in the barracks.
Well, of course they do. Silly me. He nods. Very well. Well, thank you. And those sausages smell delicious. We will have a couple of servings of those, if you please.
Yes, of course. I shall set them down whenever they're ready.
Excellent. Zacharias returns and just nods. Yes, as I said, we should probably mingle tonight, see what we can figure out.
Sure. What is that?
It's a piece of ham, maybe?
It is a raw chicken cut over in the middle, and then the gump has been put down on the plate.
Ew.
I
Is it
don't
so-
know.
Is
You
the
know-
Soris eating that?
Fantasy food.
No, I think actually to pick it with an apple in its mouth.
Might be.
I think it's the leg of a turkey.
I like that the bar actually has a like a flail back here.
What? When someone gets too drunk and starts trying
Yeah,
to they keep
exactly.
going to defend themselves.
Exactly. When people get
didn't
too
even
drunk,
see-
Here's something for you. Look at this chair. It has shackles.
it's closing time,
What?
bitches. Woof.
I didn't notice that either.
I know in the guild too, these are like for the fact that like to keep like if someone tries stealing, they get locked up there for the whole night.
Oh, interesting.
Is that an alchemist table?
Maybe.
No.
Oh.
But why are there shackles on it?
Well,
Question.
To lock up
Um,
thieves.
So you
Zacharias,
can run.
Zacharias will spend some time in quiet contemplation, eating a sausage and waiting for the bar to fill up more.
Sort of begin the sausage and potatoes and bread is served. It tastes quite nicely, actually. Delicious food. So, sit around. Anyone else doing anything, or just sort of waiting, eating?
Pretty much.
There aren't many people now, are there?
It's beginning to fill up, yeah.
No. Kash will mingle until she can get a dog.
All right.
Azureus will actually go ahead and like just generally kind of like blend in with the people that are here and just kind of like move from place to place and kind of just like talk and listen to rumors. So basically almost doing his gather information still.
All right.
Except this time instead of just eavesdropping, he's actually having to join in because it's kind of
Sort of as it begins, you notice that two barmaids bringing in a larger table, and then quite a few dwarves actually sort of bumble in, making the noise in here a bit louder as they sit down around two tables and begin to eat. Seems there's about 10 dwarves.
that's a lot of dwarves.
They all have the Italian Guardians of insignia on them.
Well, that's a
Too
lot.
bad it isn't 7 dwarves.
Do they
Yeah,
just seem
it seems that there's quite a few actually of what seems to be guards and such coming in here.
so Azureus will talk. Azureus will just generally like move from place to place, talking to people, just acting happy. Though secretly he is not really enjoying this.
The evening begins to progress as 2 dancers also appear on the stage and a lute player. And they begin to sort of have a show.
So basically 3 bards.
Basically,
Kash will go dancing.
on the dance floor. There isn't really much to dance for.
Aww.
It's
Well,
fine.
so
Just stand on one of the tables.
Dinner entertainment.
Yes, you can stand on the table.
Just jump on the dwarf's table and do it.
Does she just jump on the dwarf's table and dance?
No,
Be a great idea.
I don't know how they would react to that.
Probably
Uh,
not.
Normally
Only
they seem
one
to
way
just
to find
eat.
out.
How good's your charisma? Since performance based on charisma.
On acrobatics, I think that would be better. She could break dance on that and not fall.
So
That's
you
a good
break
question.
dance
Does anyone
on
here speak
the
dwarven?
table?
No, she's not gonna break that. I don't want to start a bad scene and offending any dwarves.
You don't think they would enjoy having a woman in their food? They seem focused on the food and the alcohol, and they're dwarven, sort of grumbling. They don't seem to talk much. Mostly just eat.
And I don't think they would like it.
I guess not. And about as people begin to fill up now, Kash thinks that maybe now would be the time to go buy a dog. Although this is the time where there's most people in here.
Kash looks at the group. I'll be right back.
And 4 hours later.
Kash leaves to go buy a dog. All right. The rest of you begin to mingle and see what you can find out, I assume.
Yes.
Azureus already started.
Listen to rumors. All right, make your diplomacy checks.
Zacharias is also quite generous with buying drinks.
So it is.
Always helps.
Yes.
Azureus will be rather generous. He has money.
Defenders
How much
of
do you
the. Zacharias is prepared to spend. Let's see. One goal was 100 drinks, right? So. Zacharias will start by again spending at least a gold coin. See how many drinks that gets him.
That's the ale. Of course, you can get sort of more pricey. Things
If there's anyone that sort of shows up that seems like a lucrative business, so to speak, for Zacharias, he will certainly buy some of the fancier stuff for the person to sort of lubricate him further.
So make Marcus and Zacharias. Does Marcus mingle? Or does he sort of sit and look glumly around?
Pout.
Marcus will mingle a little bit, but not overly much.
Also, when it comes to Azureus buying drinks, he'll
He's
spend up singled.
Marcus is personable, but not friendly.
Make your
Yeah.
diplomacy roll.
Yep. Not my strong suit.
Not your strong suit with your 18 charisma.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Now
have
all
any
of you
skill
four
points in it.
actually do a d20. Please.
No.
Also me?
No.
Hey.
You're buying a dog.
Okay.
Alright. As Cairen was about, he enters a conversation where he hears the following. Someone just sort of asks him as he drinks, have you ever been to the Troll Hall of Bellatine? It's truly amazing. The priests are such beautiful singers, and sometimes the stone saints that adorn the place join in the chorus. It's a miracle. One of the soldiers say, sort of, he seems to already drink a little, probably a lightweight. As he talks to Cairen, probably not realizing that he's not a fellow soldier.
So does he ask me, or does he just say
Yeah, he
that
asked you, have
to
you ever
another
been to
soldier?
the Draw Hall?
No, I have not. Maybe I should. What do you think?
Yes, you should. You definitely should. One of the other turns in, yes, it's soldiers you can just go there. It's not a problem. It has such a holy feeling about it.
Well then, I will believe you and check it out. It might prove interesting.
So,
Cairen is not interested.
cheer up a little bit and drink their alcohol. Let's see here. Serious? Or yeah. Marcus doesn't really hear anything interesting.
No, he usually
Really
doesn't.
been-
All right.
Azureus, from one of the men sort of looking over the dwarves, he hears that, sort of looks at Azureus and sort of whispers, those dwarves there, they're a thieving lot. I heard one of them was caught pickpocketing a man. Can't trust those dwarves. He sort of looks at him, sort of narrows his eyes as he looks at them,
Does this happen?
waiting for Azureus to answer.
Does this happen a lot?
Yeah. But you know dwarves, they're the kind that do that.
Are these dwarves
Always
always
greedy, looking for gold where there shouldn't.
Yes, I see. Should watch my coin purse around them.
Yeah, definitely. The dwarves are sitting there eating and drinking. There are about 10 of them,
them.
all clad in Telling-Guardian uniforms. They just seem to have some of them have tools and a little dirty, roughed up. But as Zacharias moves around, he hears one of the people who's sort of sitting there looking at the dancers. I heard you merry men are coming to town. They are bringing William Marcus Marlowe with them. One of the batmates near sort of look over at this mention of the name and blushes. Can you believe it? The Part of Barrington here. They're doing the Fall of Amberlin. Oh, I can't wait. He says, sort of gossips a little with another barmaid until the owner of the establishment, the innkeep, sort of motions for them to continue their work instead of gossiping about this bard and his merry men who are apparently coming to town soon.
Zacharias will, whoever mentioned it, was sort of lean closer and say, I'm afraid I'm a bit short in my knowledge of culture and bards. Are they famous?
Yes, they are famous. They've never been here, but the rumors. He's known to be quite a handsome man. the good William, and I know I will keep my door locked when they're here.
Oh?
Grins.
Oh, I see.
I want my daughter to leave.
Huh. So the lucky...
I even heard they're going to be playing at the. It was the priest who invited them to actually do a play at the at Billantine. I heard.
Oh,
Yes.
that seems unusual.
It's not really. He's a good man. Good priest.
Hmm.
The good Dunnigan. Yeah, he always likes to arrange these things for the soldiers. Keeps up the morale.
Ah,